Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Very Inspired channel. Thanks for clicking on this video and I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be your host today and my name is Abdullah. It's a little bit about myself. I extremely love design, graphic design, and I have extreme passion for it. And for over the years, maybe about last 10 years, I have been messing around and playing around with Photoshop and Illustrator, etc. So today what we're going to do is learn how we can use a couple of stock images. For example, I've done some research and we are going to get these pictures and composite into Photoshop and make something very, very beautiful, hopefully. So this is going to be a beginner tutorial for anyone who wants to design on Photoshop. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to open Photoshop. And by the way, this is Photoshop CS6. I know this is very, very old school because there's a lot of new updated versions. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm just stuck to Photoshop CS6 still. I need to upgrade and I haven't yet done so. So maybe in the future, I can give you updated version. So this is for CS6. I mean, the tools are very similar. The new version has more new features built in to make it easier. But anyways, what we're going to do first is we are going to open a new file. So if you want to open a new file, what you have to do is click on File and you click on New. So once you click on a new file, you'll have a couple of options. So first, we're going to name our file name. So what we're going to name is we're going to keep it Photoshop tutorial tutorial okay, just keep it pick. Okay, international paper, we go with A4 size, should be okay. So if you can change the size of international paper, whatever, you're going to go with A4 size here. So 210 by 297 and resolution 300 is okay. And here, so you've got a couple of options here. If you do grayscale, then that means that all your work's going to be in black and white. RGB is mainly for online digital work, and this one CMYK, I believe, is more for printing kind of files. Because if you're going to be doing any printing file, then that is the one which you click on, so you get the exact kind of color once you print it. Okay, so let's get started. So you're going to click OK, and once you click OK, then what you need to do is you have all of these tools. I'm not going to go too much into detail and I will explain when we need to. Okay, so what we need to do, this is the layers tab. So this is a very important tab. If you don't see it here, you should have it here. If you don't, then you click on Windows here, and then you can see layers is click here. So if for some reason, if you have your workspace open like this, all you need to do is click on Window and click on Layers, and it should pop up right here. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we are going to double click on this, because right now this layer is locked. We can't do anything about this. We can't do anything with this layer. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to double click on this and click OK. And first, what we're going to do is we are going to bring our sky. Before we start, I just want to let you know, I mean, there's so much different ways how you can do in Photoshop. And to be honest, for me, I've learned in university. I studied product designing and I learned in university, but a lot of my skills which I picked up on Photoshop especially is through online and through YouTube and through my friends teaching me and etc. So a couple of things maybe you can do it different ways. They're all correct. So if you do see me doing something differently, and just don't worry about it. If you know another way to do it, you can do it. There's always different ways, and you get the same outcome. So, anyways, let's get started. We are going to bring our sky in first. And by the way, I've got inspired by this design which I'm going to do today, which I'm going to share. The tutorial is going to be all about is some person on YouTube did this, and I was like, that's kind of impressive the way he taught, the way he teach this to his channel. And a lot of people, whenever I do some kind of digital work for them, they're like, oh, you know what, I would love to learn from you and blah blah blah, and so I never took this seriously for all these years, so I thought, let me just give it a try and see where this goes. Okay, enough of me fluffing around. Let's get started. Okay, so what we do now first, let me just do this to start. Let me just do this again so you understand. So what you need to, if you want to drag a file in, all you need to do is take your file and drag it right into Photoshop. Yeah. Once you click on this, you'll have like something like this. All you need to do is click on your enter in a keyboard. Once you click on enter, you will have transform control. Yeah. So what that means is, for example, you can move this around however you want to place it. Okay. So if this is not clicked, you can still move it. Okay. So it's just to show you where the exact points are. Okay. So anyways, let's put this right here and let's drag this in like this. Okay. Okay, that's sorted out now. Okay, so we got our sky in place. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go and get our mountain. Okay, so we're just going to drag this in here. And also, if you want to scale up your picture or scale down your picture, you have to get your mouse and go towards the edge of the picture. And if you just move it like this, you will see it's all disorientated, the picture. So always when you're scaling up or scaling down a picture or making it bigger or making it smaller, in other words, all you do is press shift. See, if you press shift, the dimension of the pictures won't change. It's going to be it's going to just become small and big, but it's not going to affect the dimension of the picture. Okay, because a lot of people, when they try to make the picture big or small, what happens is it ends up like this or it ends up like this, which don't look right. Okay, so very important lesson: just press shift and you can make it however size you want. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do this and then click enter. So once you click enter, it makes sure that picture is okay. A picture is not pixelated, sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our mountain right here. Okay, and we're going to duplicate the mountain. Before we let's just duplicate it for now. Before we do that, let's just quickly rename. So if you want to rename the files, what you do, you just click on here, you double click on that, and you can change this. Just put this as sky, and then we're going to put this as mountain. I hope I spelled it right. Anyways, let's keep a copy of here, because what we're going to do now is we're going to delete all of this. Okay. Before we do that, let me see if we do this one more time. Wait, delete, make this smaller. Okay, so this is called the magic wand. So what you see, if you click on this, okay, you click on magic wand. Magic wand means, for example, say if you just want the mountain in the picture, then all you need to do is click on this. And you see all of this will get deleted if I was to press delete. Okay, but anyway, what we're going to do is here I see the tolerance levels. If you increase this all becomes more one color. So for example, say if I make this 75, for example, let's see what, oh, that's too much. Let's make it 50. See, that's still too much. Okay, let's see 30. Yeah, 30 is decent. So we'll go with 30. We're gonna press. Before we do that, we're just gonna make a quick copy of this. Okay, and we're going to delete this. Yeah, I forgot to mention also. Another thing which I need to mention is, let's quickly do this again. Delete, make this scale this the right size. We want it around this size, say, like around this size. Enter. Okay, so what we need to do is, this is called, we have to rasterize the image. Okay, so there's two ways of doing it. What I do normally is, I just click on the razor button. If I click the razor button, it will just say this is a smart object and must be rasterized before proceeding. Okay, you can either do this, or you can just right click on this and click rasterize layer. Okay, so whatever is suitable for you, you can do that. Okay, anyways, so click on the magic wand, back to this number 30. Okay, you can just play around with the numbers depending on what the color is. If it's like a flat color, you can just click on it and it will go, it will delete. So anyways, we're going to click on this 30. We're going to press delete. Actually, it's a bit messed up down. This is about 25 again. 25. 25 delete. This is minus this 25. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get the razor tool, okay, and make this bigger. So if you want to make this bigger, all you need to do is increase the size by the brush from here like this. This is the manual way. If you want to do it by the mouse, there's a shortcut. You press Control Alt and click right click. If you click right click, you increase it. Just move the mouse towards the right if you make it bigger. If you want the razor to be smaller, just make it smaller by sliding the mouse towards the left. Okay, so anyways, we want to just erase all of this off. Okay, now anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to put our old layer back again and we're going to blend this in. Okay, so let's put the mountain back into place. Okay, this should be okay. Enter. And what we're going to do, get our razor tool, and does this been rasterized? No, it hasn't. Okay, so click on this, and then what we're going to do, once again, Control or right click, make this bigger. Okay, and if you go to razor tool, by the way, there's different razor tools which you can use. Okay, so we can use this one, which is a bit more softer. So for example, if you use this one, you're gonna see it's gonna get cut out. You're gonna have like very sharp edges. Okay, but at the same time, if you were going to use this one, you can have a nice blend. See, it just blends in. Okay, this is how you get the nice blend. So what we're going to do, we're going to blend the sky into the mountains. We need to change the color and stuff afterwards. We'll do that afterwards. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're just going to blend this in. Blend in like this. Make this a little bit more bigger. Okay. Okay, so our mountain is in place. Okay, so make this to go like this. Don't need the black bar. Okay, it's done. Okay, now we need to fix this. We'll fix it afterwards. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get our next image. Is we're going to get our grass. Okay, so we're gonna put the grass on top. The field area. So we're gonna learn some more few things in this editing this image. So what we're going to do with this is we need to kind of rotate this like this and drag this in. And if you want to see, if you want to not see the layer and see what's behind it, just click on this eye tool. You can just click on this eye tool here. Okay. So anyways, what we're going to do, we want to blend this field in with this. So what we're going to do is, okay, let's go to right at the edge of this image here. The share should be okay. Okay. Okay, so this is called the pen tool. Okay, so what you need to do, you get the pen tool here and click on it here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go around this hill area. And by the way, if you make a mistake, all you have to is Control Z, Control Z. Okay, so yeah. We want to get a nice blend into the field. Don't worry about the sheep's head. We will sort that afterwards. Okay, so basically we, as you can see, we have kind of cropped this out. Okay, so what we need to do now is just click on this, 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 click on that, and then we're going to make this as a selection. I mean, there's a different way of doing it, mask and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know why. From a long time I've just been doing this. I don't know. I don't know if it's the right way or the wrong way. But anyways, we're just going to click selection, click enter, and then what you're going to do here is we're going to inverse it. So for example, if you press delete here, what's inside the box is going to be deleted. So if, for example, you want to keep what's in here and delete all of this, what do? You click. I'll give you an example. If I was to delete this, I forgot again. Once again, I have to rasterize the image. We're going to right click this, rasterize the layer. Okay, now if I was to delete this, the part which I need is all gone. Okay, so what we need to do, if you make a mistake, you got two options. I mean, two ways to get your stuff back again. You click Control Z. Okay, and if you want to go back even more, just Control Shift Z, and that's even more layers, even more actions which you did before. You can get that back. Okay, so anyways, what we're going to do is Control Shift I. If you got Control Shift I, you inverse the layer. Okay, and all we do is we're going to press delete. So as you can see, it has been deleted. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so that has been deleted now. So what we're going to do now is get this image, and we need to sort out the remaining part of this. We need to fill all this in grass. Okay, so how do we do that? Very simple. Okay, you click enter. Okay, now it's already in place. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to get something called the clone tool. Okay, you click on this. It's very similar to razor tool, but this is called the clone tool. Okay, and all you need to do now is once again make the size a little bit bigger. Okay, and if you press, we're going to press O. So what this means is whatever area you click on, it's going to copy it down here. So for example, say if you want some more grass area down here, and you click on this section here and you copy it down, all of this is going to be grass. Okay, so let me just explain what I mean by this. So we're going to make the brush a little bit more bigger. So again, Control Alt, and we're going to increase the size. Okay, maybe around this size. This should be okay. Okay, we're going to click Alt. Okay, and now we've got the grass area here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down like this. Can you see how this blends in very nicely? Okay. Anyway, so we're just gonna do it again. Alt here, go to here and move it down like that. Here you go again. Alt again. Alt, and you just click on Alt, and once you've got the section, you just go and move it down. Wherever the section is, it will copy it from there. So as you can see, we have filled this remaining part of our image with the grass. Okay, and if you see here, it's a little bit messy around here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix this up, make our brush a little bit smaller. So Control Alt, move it down like this. And we're going to click on this section here, and we're just going to go all the way down. Yeah, see, perfect. Anyways, what we're going to do with the sheeps now, we're going to get rid of the sheep. How do you get rid of the sheep? Very simple. Once again, we're going to get this area here, go all the way down. The sheep is gone. Likewise, we get this section here, and go all the way down. Oh, that didn't work. Let's do it again. Maybe this section also. That sheep is gone, and the last remaining sheep. Let's sort this section out here like this. Okay, let's get some grass here. I'm gonna make the brush a little bit smaller. Get this section here. And the sheep is gone. See how nice this was. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring our mountain a little bit more down. So bring on both mountains down. Actually, you know what? Let's make this a little bit more bigger. Let's make this bigger like this. Okay, we're gonna get more grass up at the bottom. I think that's a bit too high, isn't it? Let's be like around this should be okay. Yep, this is a nice place. Okay, perfect. We'll keep it there. We're gonna add more grass at the bottom, so we're gonna get the clone tool again. This. Here you go. Sorted. Put some bit more. Yep, looks nice. Okay, so our picture is going to plan. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go to our sky, and there's something called hue and saturation. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to play around with that a little bit just to get the mountain color. Okay, so we're going to go to layer, filter, sorry. Oh, what is it called again? Sorry, layer, sorry, image adjustments. Okay, that's the one I needed. I forgot. Okay, so again, once again, this is not rasterized. So what we're going to do, click on the right, click on this, rasterize layer, and then we go to image, go to adjustments. By the way, I'm just gonna copy it just in case if it gets messed up, we just delete it. Okay, so we can go to image, hue saturation. Let's see, colorize. Let's see how this turns out. Nah, that's not really what I want, to be honest. Okay, something like this, bluish. Yeah, something like that. Make a bit more darker like that. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, you just have to play around with it and see which 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 ways it suits best your image. Okay, so you can make it a bit more dark, like on this color maybe. Yep, let's make it a bit more darker this way. That looks perfect. In time. Okay, I'm still not too happy about the glow on this. So what we're going to do, we're going to just make it a little bit more, raise a little bit more of this, right? The right one. Yeah, the right one. Okay. Sorry, raise tool. Yep. I don't like that. So if the way I just did that, I just hit Control Shift and Z Z Z, or you can go to History. Yeah, History section here, and you can just go back. Go here. If you can undo this by this. Okay. Anyways, so we're gonna go to our razor tool one more time and see. Let's see if you can do something a little bit. Blend this. Sorry, the wrong one. Yeah. Here you go. Something like that probably. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of fog into this. So we need to go to our brushes again. So what we're going to do is we are going to put some fog. So what you need to do is go into the brush panel here, okay, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but all of these brushes you see here, because most of these are downloaded. And all you have to do is go online and just search in Google free Photoshop brushes and just download it and you can use it. Yeah. Anyways, so we're going to put a fog around the mountain to make it a bit more realistic. Okay. So what we're going to do is this is the one I wanted. Okay. And we have to make sure there's a new layer we done here. Okay. And we're going to make sure that this is white. Okay. And then we're just going to place it around the mountain. Yeah. And we just move it down. Just seeing what the best way to do this. I think this looks nice. Okay. What we'll do here, let's a little bit more actually. Yeah, okay. And then what we're going to do is going to get the razor tool. Before we do that, what I want to do, I forgot to do this. This looks a bit odd. So what we can do for here, I mean this part, just go back to a normal brush here. So this section here, can you see here? There's a bit too much white here. Okay, because we didn't cut this properly. This looks unrealistic. At the same time, this looks a bit too white. So what we're going to do, the layer below, we're going to lower the opacity a little bit because our mountain's not an issue. We got our mountain on top anyway. So what we're going to do, we're going to reduce the opacity a little bit so it can blend in more better. Okay. So as you can see here, it looks more nicer here. Yeah, something like this looks nice. Yeah. The grass though, we need to fix up the grass in a bit. Okay, let's just sort that afterwards. Okay, now mountain is sorted. We're going to put a fog on again. We're going to put here fog. Okay, and what we're going to do, get the razor tool. Okay, and we're going to just raise all of this out. Okay, and we're going to put this, make it a little more bigger. Okay, and also the fog, we're going to put the opacity a little bit more down. Okay. Something like this for me. That's with the fog, without the fog. Anyways, we'll come and fix that up a little bit later. Okay, so what we're going to do now is sort out the grass. I think the grass is a little bit, it doesn't really match with the photos. We need to make this a little bit more like a dark brownish color. Okay, so once again, we're going to go to make another layer of this just in case this gets, let's just rename this grass. Let's copy it just in case anything happens to it. And we're going to go to, again, image adjustments, and we're going to go to hue saturation. We're going to put colorize here, and maybe play around with this. We want like something like a sandy color, dark, something like. Something like this, maybe. Okay, that looks a bit more better. We'll fix it up a little bit later on. Okay. So what we're going to do now is get our main piece of image, which is going to be our Jeep. Okay. So we're going to drag this in one more time, and like this. Enter. And this has to be on top. The focus on top right now. Okay, anyway, so what we're going to do with this is we are going to first we're just going to need our car. So we'll just crop this part out only within any of this car. So we'll just delete all of this. This needs to get delete. So just to select all of this which you don't need and just click delete. Oh yeah. I always forget to do this is rasterize layer. So as you know, you can just click on this, rasterize layer, and click delete, and then it's gone. Okay. So what we need to do now is drag our car in right like this. And to be honest, I like the Jeep sand as well. Maybe we can blend this in with the grass. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Let me just see if that's possible or not. I mean, it is possible. Let's just see that. Should we try that? Yeah, I think that'll be. But what? Okay, let's try that actually. Okay, let's try that. So what we're going to do is we are going to use our magic wand again, and we're going to click. By the way, if you want to zoom in to the file, all you have to do is Control and press plus or minus. Okay, and if you are panning around the image, you click on spacebar and you can move it wherever you want in the mouse. Okay. Anyway, so let's go back to what we're going to do. So we're using the magic one. So our plan is we're going to remove all of this sky area because we've already got our background, and we'll see the two options. We try and blend this what do you call it, the rocky area with our grass. If not, we'll just go with the grass. Let's just see how it goes first. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to use our magic one, and we're going to quickly go around this. I'm not going to be exactly perfect. I'm just going to go around like this. And then we're going to go around the tire. I want to make sure I do this properly. Okay, that's very important. When you're using the pen tool, okay, if you click Alt, you know this section here, yes, this will get removed, and so that you get more room for flexibility. And once you click on the pen tool, so for example, you click on here, don't let it go, you drag it and you can get the nice curve you want. You can click it this way, that way. If you let it go, it clicks on. So this is perfect. Click all again. Here you go. Should be okay. Like that. If you find it a bit boring, just forward this part of the video. You see how I'm doing it? So I'm just going around the shadow, the white shadow bit or the white outline of the reflection of the car. So I want to get it nice and crisp, the car, especially. Click like this. To be honest, when I first started using the pen tool, I was struggling a lot on that. But over time, you get used to it. So maybe the first time you use it, or the first few times you're using it, it's a bit difficult. But once you play around with it, it becomes a bit easy. Okay. So anyway, if you make a mistake, for example, say I made a mistake here, I just put Control Z, and I'll go back to my section here. Okay. So sometimes if you're trying to do like a big curve, you won't get the exact angle how you want to. So maybe you can just break this out, something like this. Yep, I'm happy with that. Something like this, like this, like this. Yep. Well, as you can see, I'm using Windows, but if you're using a Mac, all you have to do is change Shift Command. That's pretty much it, I think. Everything else is pretty much the same. And this is once again a reminder that I'm using the older version of Photoshop. This is CS6. So there's a lot of new ones which have come many years ago, but for some reason, I don't know, I'm so used to CS6 that I haven't even bothered upgrading. But I need to, because there's a lot of other stuff which you can do in the newer versions, but so far I didn't have much of an issue. So, by the way, this section here, we're going to delete it afterwards. We're just going to focus on the outside of the car first, and all the other part we're going to sort out afterwards. So I just want to quickly do this. I won't take too much of your time. Okay, that's nearly done. And okay, the tire part, we're just gonna go around quickly. Okay, go on that part. Okay, what we're going to do here, just going to see how it is first. If it doesn't look right, then we're just going to go back to our graphs. Okay, so we're just going to go around like this. Okay, that's it, perfect. So what we're going to do now, we're going to delete all the top section. So before I think the grass area, which I just did the inverse. Let's just do the normal version. If you want to do the inverse, or if you can do it the other way, is you can just click on this, click on that, click on that, click on this, and click on the section area here. Click enter and just click delete. That's it. Voila, everything's gone, and you get a nice, beautiful car, which is beautifully cut out. Anyways, let's see what we can do with this now. If you can, do you think it's a good idea, or should we just take the? Yeah, I think we just take the rocky area out. No, let me just try and blend this and see how it is. I'll make a copy of this first. Maybe this. Okay, let's see if we can get the image. Go to hue, saturation, go colorize. I don't know colorize. Let's just see if we can end this. That's not looking right. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to erase the rocky area. We're just going to go with our original grass. Okay, so we're just going to go around the tires quickly. Once again, Alt, and you get the nice. I can do better than this. I'm just quickly rushing this just to get to the point. Actually, you know what? I want the shadow part. So I'm gonna go back again. I want to get in the shadow part. Okay, yeah, should be okay like this. We go around this tile quickly. Okay, that's perfect. Sorry to keep you watching this boring part. Once again, if you want to forward it, you can forward it. If you want to see how I'm doing this, please feel free to keep watching. Okay, I'm done. Go all the way like this, go like this, go like this, go like all the way around like this, selection, and then press delete, and you get a nice, beautiful card. What we're going to do here is we are going to blend this in. We're going to get our razor tool and we're going to blend our shadow in. Okay, so we missed some sections around here. So rather than using a razor tool, Rather than using the magic one, I'm just going to erase this section here. And likewise here as well. Erase this section here. Here we go. Done. Perfect. Just gonna go and quickly sort this section out. A bit of grass. I don't need this. I'm gonna clean this area up like this. Okay, nearly done. Done. Man. Okay, we forgot the top part. Okay, top part. We'll get the magic one quickly. And then delete that. Delete that. And delete that. That looks a bit off. What we're going to do, get the razor tool quickly. And we're going to just clean this up a little bit. That's a bit too small, the brush. I want to make it a bit more higher. That's a bit too big. Let's get my original. This should be okay. Yep, that looks nice. Just clean this area up here quickly. I don't know how I'm talking to myself, but yeah, it's done. Undo that quickly. Okay, here, done. That's perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to make this car a little bit. We'll play around with the car now. Okay. I'm happy with the position of the car. Let's see the position of the car. Here, it's right in the middle on top of the mountain. Looks nice. Looks very, very nice. Now what we're going to do is we are going to clean up this image quickly. Okay, we don't need, you can delete this, the one we had with the road. So this is our car. Okay, now what we're going to do with our car is we are going to get a copy of this just in case anything goes wrong. We can come back to the original. Okay, now, so let's go back to this. Okay, I'm not too happy around this brown area, so see what we can do with this. What I'm going to do here is ready for this. Which use a massive eraser and minus the whole car out. Only the heart, I don't want any of. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I want to get the shadow. I want to get the shadow perfectly balanced with the color behind. Okay, so what we're going to do here is go back to our layer image and go to hue saturation. I'm going to colorize this. We're going to try and blend this in with something like this. I'm going to go back to that again. Just make it a bit more hard. Yeah, that looks perfect. Look at that. It's a huge difference, isn't it? Look at that. So this blends in more with the actual background. So I'm happy with what we got so far. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put some nice, beautiful lights into our Jeep. So it's getting a little bit messy here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put Jeep here, and then we're going to put shadow here, and then we're going to put here. Okay, what's this going to be again? Okay, lights and headlights. My spelling is atrocious, so I hope it's right. Anyways, you got the point. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put our headlights here to bring some life into this car. Sorry, this Jeep. Once again, so you go to a brush tool, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna choose one brush, which will give a nice headlight. Let's see which one we're good. If this one we're good. Yeah, I think I like this one. Maybe this one. Nice. This one looks nice. It's round. Okay, so maybe something like this, a bit more bigger. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do now is Control Alt again, make the size however size you want it. This looks nice. So we're gonna put like this. So and press it again one more time. Yeah, that looks perfect. And for this one also. Just trying something out here, so just bear with me. Do you think it looks better or just one line? Yeah, I think this looks good, isn't it? If you want to just try this. So what I did basically here is I just got this layer here. So and because I duplicated the layer here, I'm just transforming it. So I want to get like a nice flare going on the side as well. Something like this. I'll bring this down here like that. Okay, and click enter. Apply transformation. Yep. Yeah, looks nice. That looks very, very nice, my friend. Okay, now I want to focus a bit more on the car. Let's just sort out the car. Let's bring some life into the car. Okay, I'm gonna copy this again. What did I do, man? Okay. So if you want, I don't know if I mentioned this. If you want to duplicate layer, you can click right click and duplicate layer. You can duplicate it here, or you can just drag it down and there's something called duplicate layer here. Okay, so we're going to duplicate the layer here, and what we're going to do now is we're going to sort out the car. We're going to make the car look very, very nice. Let's make this a bit more light like this. Maybe bring some exposure in. Let's leave it like that. Let's bring some vibrance in. Vibrance, brother. Vibrance is very good for you. Look how flat that looks. Vibrance in this. Saturation. Because this is the highlight of our image, we just want to bring some life into the car. I think this looks nice. I don't want to overdo it too much. So look, if you look at the before and after, not much of a difference, but it just brings some kind of life into it. Okay, so the car's here. And lastly, what we are going to do is we are going to bring our friend and we're going to put him right on top of the car. So I got two guys, this one or this one. Which one do you think looks nicer? I think this looks more nicer maybe. He'll be facing towards the mountain. So we'll go ahead with this. This yellow hiker, we'll go ahead with this guy. So again, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and create a layer on top. And we're going to drag this man standing on top of the cliff. And we're going to put him on the car. Drag this down a little bit. Okay, now, once again, I have to use my pen tool. I don't know why, man. This is taking... Pen tool does take a bit of time, so I'm just going to quickly do it. I'm not going to spend too much time. Forgive me if this is not perfect, but I'm going to just try and get it out the way because it's taking too much time than I expected. By the way, I hope you are enjoying this tutorial. You know, sometimes it does get a little bit boring when I do stuff like this, but this is a beginner tutorial, and what was I saying? You can learn while you're doing this. Even the way you're using the pen tool, that's also it does take a bit of time. But the way I'm using it, you can see you get two options. You can either do like small little paths like this, points like this, sorry, or you can just do some long ones and just get the curves like something like this, maybe. Yeah, I wanted to show you something pretty cool as well. Say if you want to change this guy's hat color, you can do that. And if you want to change this guy's yellow color back, you can change it as well. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you how to do that in a bit. So, if you make a mistake, once again, Control, Shift, and Z. Yeah? Or you can just go for the history tab and just delete whatever you want to delete. The steps are there on the right. You can see that each time I do something, the new anchor point comes up. It becomes a new history. It gets recorded in history. Okay, come down like this. Get it done quickly. I don't know why, some reason when they see the Photoshop, they just get put off straight away just looking at this. It's not that hard, to be honest. Once you know your way around it, it's pretty simple. It just saying, for example, I'll give you an example like the razor tool, right? You know how to use razor tool. Once you know how to use a razor tool, you know how to use a brush tool, because a brush tool, razor tool is very similar. And then likewise, you got the clone tool. Yeah, so we use all that today in our exercise for this tutorial. So it's not much things, you just have to master a couple of things and then you just become really good at it. People try it a few times, they're like, you know what, it's too complicated, and they just don't bother afterwards. And it's pretty surprising, man. Like, a lot of people don't know some simple stuff and which they can do, and they pay a lot of money just to get someone else to do it for them. You understand? And it can be done really easily. Yep, so nearly done. Okay. I was thinking when we finish this image, maybe you can put some text or something on top of it and see how it is. We'll see how it is at the end. Okay, this is the last part of the task anyway, nearly coming to an end. hopefully. I can't even see this guy's foot. Okay, so it's going to do like this. So very, very pixelated. I'm going to blend it in with that. I'll just blend it in with what do you call it? I'll blend it in with the eraser tool. Okay, nearly there. Just doing it so quickly, so if it's a little bit messy, please do forgive me. Selection, enter. Okay, are you ready for this? Are you ready? Control Shift I, and we're going to delete everything which is outside this now, and just delete. Once again, guess what? I forgot to rasterize the layout. Always do this. Here we go. We got our nice little man standing there like the Statue of Liberty. And now I'm going to somehow make this guy a little bit big. Make him stand on top of that. That would be cool. But he's kind of ruining the picture. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make the blue Jeep a bit down. Okay, let's move all the Jeep and down. That looks nice. I think the man is still a bit too short compared to the car size. What do you think? I think I'm like this big. Let's put him next to the door, see how he's standing on that. It should be like this size, isn't it? Maybe a little bit more smooth, I think. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I want to sort his legs out, and then we can just take it from there. Put it like this. Let's see how his legs are. I'm just going to try and blend his leg into that. Yeah, something like that. That's perfect. Blend his leg into. Yeah, that looks very, very nice. Let's move him to the left and see how he is. Yeah, that looks nice. Right in the middle. Okay, now I'm just going to blend his legs a little bit more. Okay. And get my razor tool out quickly. And then blend this in like this. That's perfect. Okay, as I was mentioning, what we can do if we were to change the color just of the bag, for example. So if you want to click on adjustments and you click on hue saturation, okay, click on this hand here, and if you just click on here, you see here, it says master here. We just want to change just the yellow, okay, Click on this, it will come yellows. So now if you want to change yellow color to say something else, say you want to make it, let's make it, what color should I make it? Should I make it like, which color goes nice? Maybe red? No. Let's just make orange similar to his hat color. And we're going to make it a bit more orangey. I was going to change the hat as well, but I'm just going to leave it. As you get the point, I just wanted to let you know that you can change the color if you want of a specific item. Okay. Where's that orange color again? Yeah, looks nice. That's nice. Here we go. Nearly there. Let's make it a little bit more darker. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do also is take this guy and make him, bring some life into him. We're going to make it a little bit darker. And then we're going to get some vibrance in. Okay, and we're going to put some curves as well. Not big difference, but you can see from before to after. Before to after, it just brought some bit of life into him. Okay, that's it for now. And what we can do now is, if we want to add, I forgot to add the moon. And the moon. Okay, let's clean this up quickly. We don't need this. Delete this thing here. This is hiker 1, hiker copy. Okay, now that's all sorted out. Now we're going to now put our moon. Where's our moon at? Yep, so we're gonna get our moon in, drag our moon inside like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to maybe get our eraser tool and erase all of this stuff. Okay, so now okay, so what we're going to do now is click on this, maybe transform it like this, maybe. Actually place them in. I think this looks nice. Blend this in now. Let's get our razor tool out quickly. Make it smaller. Let's clean this up quickly, and then we should be good to go. Oh my god, what did I do? What did I do, man? What did I do? Okay, once again, the moon. We're going to put the moon like here. I'm going to try and get some. Let's try and blend this in to the background. Looks nice, I think. The moon here like this. Make it a little bigger. Something like this. I think I want to erase this a bit more as well, make this a bit more blended. Yeah, that's looking nice. I'm liking my moon. Looks beautiful. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And if you were to add, say, some text, say if this was going to be a cover photo of, say, a calendar, for example. So maybe you can just put calendar 2023. Let's see how it is. Actually, you know what? Forget calendar. Why don't just put freedom? Freedom. Let's see how that looks. Let's see if that looks nice. We'll go through a couple of these fonts and see which one looks nice. Let's see. I'm just seeing if we can put it. I thought we just leave it there. So I don't want to ruin the picture. I'm just going to leave it, to be honest. You can add any pictures. If you were to add any text, you can do something like this, for example. And yeah, something like this. You can even make it go behind the mountain if you want. For example, say if you put the mountains, okay, do something like this. That does look a bit cool. So it's Photoshop. That's the beauty about Photoshop. You can play around however you want. Yeah? You can do so much stuff with that. Anyways, I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to leave this as it is, and what we can do is to bring a bit more life into this image. I wanted to maybe put some stars in it. Let's see if we can put some stars in it quickly. I'm going to try it out. Apologies, I should have planned this video a little bit more. I'm just freestyling it literally on the spot, so forgive me if there's anything. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, now let's make some stars. Maybe this one. What this one? Do this one. Do the simple one. Nice. Yeah, that looks kind of nice, Let's make this small one. Okay, that looks nice. And I'm just going to put one small star here and we'll finish it off right there. Okay, so something like this. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is you can obviously go and edit this in Lightroom and make it more fancy and more better. But just for simple sake, what I'm going to do is copy all of this and make another layer, merge layer, which is going to be right on the top. So what I did right now, I just copied the whole thing and made another layer. So what I'm going to do, just to bring some life into this image, we're going to just edit it and put some vibrance into the whole image. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Make it a bit more darker, maybe. Yeah, and then put image and put some vibrance. Something like this, and then put some exposure. Leave as it is. No. Cancel. Don't ruin my picture, mate. So let's put a bit of exposure. That's okay. So already you can see from that to this. To that. Okay, so you can just play around with it more and more, and how into just save it into here, for example, and then also you can save it. One minute. Copy here, file. So if you want to save it, guys, all you have to do is go to save as libraries. Let me get this sorted out first. Okay, where is this? Where is this? Where the hell is this saved, man? Documents, Photoshop. Okay, so guys, I hope you're happy with this. And if you want to save your file, all you have to click on this file, save as, and you just go to here and click on this Photoshop. You're saving as a Photoshop file. And if you want to save as a JPEG file, and you just click on JPEG here, and you click on this, and you click as maximum option here, and then you click on that, and voila, you have your final file, which is this, which is looking pretty